So God will do all that he can to compel men to regroup, to rethink, to repent. God will send messengers, emissaries, if you will. He will send his message carried by his messengers, calling out for men to rethink, to regroup, to repent. That's what he will do first. Why? Because his desire is to preserve life. God does not rush to judgment. God does not rush to destruction. God does not rush to penalize men. See, sometimes we read, the Noahic story concerning the flood, and if we're not careful, we can read it so quickly, or we can read it as if it is a quick judgment or rush to judgment for God to crush his creation. But not so. God's first premise is always to preserve life. God's first desire is to protect the life that is created. I'm going to constantly go back to this premise concerning the book of life, where God writes our name in the book first, before men or women have an opportunity to disappoint him, so that he can establish a principle. My desire, God speaking, is to give you life and to preserve the life that I give you. So we look at this story concerning the flood from that vantage point. I want you to see that it was not God's first knee-jerk reaction to simply bring the flood to destroy mankind. What does he do? He raises up Noah, and he tells Noah the condition of humanity. He reveals to Noah. He allows Noah to see from God's perspective the wickedness of mankind. Why do you think the ark was not constructed overnight? Why do you think the ark was not even constructed in 30 days? Because it gave Noah an opportunity to be God's spokesperson, to be God's messenger, to be God's witness in the earth while he was constructing the ark. For what reason? So God could give mankind an opportunity to rethink, to regroup, and to repent. Do you think that the measure of the ark was built for a small family? Do you think that God's only intent was to preserve a limited number of his creation? Look at the measure of the ark itself. God's intent was to preserve the life of all flesh. Or let me put it this way. The breath of life of any creature in creation that was willing to rethink, regroup, repent. God made the ark, the expanse of the ark, the measure of the ark. He gave the opportunity for multiple families, multiple men and women on earth to rethink, to regroup, to repent. His ultimate desire was to preserve life.